Okay, awesome. So we are going to be starting team meetings again. Some of you weren't here previously, but we used to do weekly team meetings. Kind of stopped them over the summer, and now we're getting back into them. And we're actually, you kind of read it, and I just want to describe exactly what's happening before we get going. But so every other week, we're going to have team meetings like this, where we just come together and we talk about a training topic. Emily and I kind of discussed what the topics were previously, so we're all getting the same information. You're just going to Elite for the meeting. So if you're on our team, you come here. If you're just on Emily's and you're not under me or Emily Olson, then you go with her and then Emily Olson. And then the following week, so next week, this is really exciting, and that'll kind of bring us into our discussion about sponsoring people, is we're going to have an opportunity call. So every other week, we're going to have a live Zoom training that you can, not training, Zoom call, that you can invite your potential people that you want to invite to the company to this meeting. And they will get to hear from we'll talk more about it, but like that third party validation, like from me, like next week is going to be Emily, and then I'll be leading it the following week. Basically, we're going to talk about our journey with the company and kind of exciting things that are happening with the business in this particular time. So it's really exciting because I think that takes off a lot of pressure when we're asking people to join our company, when you can invite them to something. So that kind of so basically that leads into our first topic, so to speak, or key point, was like simplifying sponsoring. So we're going to hopefully be consistently doing this. We're going to kind of, when we start new things, we always have to kind of gauge how it works and what works, what doesn't. And so we really do need some feedback from you guys as we go forward. Like if you're saying, oh, this could be a little bit better in this area, or, oh my gosh, I really loved this and people really responded to this. Feedback is going to be really helpful to us. But the idea of having these opportunity calls is really, like I said, simplifying it, because it's giving, all you have to do is invite them to this event. And it kind of goes back to that, how direct sales kind of started in the beginning, where you invited people to a house and you did home parties before it became a social media. Like, we're really social media based. We were like the first direct sales company that started their business on social media. Before that, it was going to Tupperware parties at home, Mary Kay parties, where they tricked you into having skincare parties when really it's all about you doing your own skincare. I remember those. Oh, I want a free facial. Not really. But, like those, how those things were. It's kind of that same thing, though, is that you're kind of inviting them to learn more. Instead of just saying, hey, girl, you need to join my team, which can be like really difficult, I think, to do. So another thing that I have been doing to, like, other than just the opportunity call, so like I shared, for example, in our group the 90-day challenge, which I have been working on every day. If you can go through that, I would highly recommend it, because it helps you stay consistent. Consistency is my most challenging. I always leave the hardest stuff for last, and then I'm like, oh, it's 9:30. I don't have time to send my opportunity messages or ask people to have a party with me. And then it's like, you don't even realize it, and I haven't asked somebody for days. So this really requires you to do all the important stuff. And so I've actually started forcing myself to send out opportunity messages first before I do anything else. I'll maybe have to do my quick posts, but I'm sending out my opportunity messages. And that doesn't even necessarily mean that I'm asking every single person to join my team. It's starting that relationship, but making sure that it's at that, like, I don't have a relationship forever without offering the opportunity, because that's something I do too. But it's like doing that first, because that's the hardest part and you're going to put it off. So doing that before you do all the fun stuff. But a thing that I like to do sometimes, and I can share this video, I use the corporate video for somebody like recently I offered the opportunity to a gal that was kind of going through something and she wasn't really familiar with Younique. So I said, watch this video from corporate. I didn't say from corporate. I just said, hey, could just check out this video. I have to go have lunch with my friends. I'll follow up with you when I'm done, but you can check it out and and tell me what you think. And basically it's just like a few minutes, like 4-minute video, I think, of what the unique opportunity is all about. And then that takes a lot of pressure off of it, because you're not like spilling your guts. Oh, you get paid every 3 hours. You like, don't spill your guts. Don't answer a question that hasn't been asked. Just say, hey, I really think you'd be good at this. Would you check out a video and let me know what you think? That's it. Too many times we overcomplicate it all the time. And so to take away the pressure of offering the opportunity, we have to remember we have to believe in what we're offering, right? We have to believe that what we have is something good. And I think the first thing that we all go to is that they're going to think that they're going to think I'm disingenuous. They're going to think I'm annoying. They're going to think I'm lying. Or not lying. They're going to think that I'm just trying to talk to them to get something out of it. But if you can change your mindset, that'll then like change your energy into saying, I'm truly offering this opportunity to this person because I know that it'll change their lives. And I know that this can be good for them. And I believe that this company is life-changing and that it can instill confidence in her, because she needs so much confidence because she's going through a breakup right now, for example, or she's a new mom, or she's a mom and she's not sure, I don't know, whatever reason that you're like, this girl needs this. Make sure that that's your driving force of reaching out to them. Not necessarily, I mean, obviously to build your team is one thing, but if you can put your energy into believing in this company, in this opportunity, in this whatever, if you can believe that, it's going to change your outcomes 100% because you're genuine about it. And people are going to feel that and believe that. So, and also I just want to remind you too, when you get set, when somebody says no thank you, or that's not for me, or they just don't respond, you're planting seeds, okay? And I know you hear this from us all the time, but you have to keep reminding yourself. I have to remind myself of this all the time, because they are watching you and they are going to want to see where you go with this. And they're going to want to see, is she actually invested in this? Is this really legit? Is she going to be successful? Some people, it's going to take a while for them to respond and hop on board, but it's okay. And if you don't ask, you can't get a yes. You can't get people to add it. You can't get people on your team. And if you don't ask, somebody else is going to. And that's happened to me way too many times, where I had kind of brought it up once and then they were like, no thanks, or they stopped responding, but then I didn't like continue that relationship, and then they joined with somebody else. And that is like the worst feeling ever, to like watch an opportunity like go, because you were too scared to offer this. I mean, just simply imagine if you were not given this opportunity. Like, I can't even imagine what my life would be like right now. I just can't. Everything that it has done, so many things for me personally and for my family and all of the things, like I can't, and my confidence, like it's just, I can't imagine it. So imagine if you weren't given this opportunity by the person that asked you, then you never would have done it. Never. I mean, for me, I guess my story, I never would have done it. I mean, some people like, whatever, they see it and they jump on. But for me, like if Emily hadn't kind of stayed on me about it, like I never would have joined. So that's really like basically all. I mean, it's so simple, and I don't want to go in like this isn't a long training. It's just really just remember that it's that simple, right? Like give them the opportunity to look at something, give them the opportunity to decide, but provide it to them because you believe that it's something good. Does that make sense? Does anybody have like any questions on that, or feel like as we were talking, like wanting to know how better to reach out? Like anybody have anything that they want to share or ask or anything? I guess. If you need help unmuting, go like this. Okay, Jen. Oh, shoot. Now I got to find your name. Oh. Okay. All right, Jen, you're unmuted.
Sorry, I couldn't get myself unmuted. I was pressing it, wouldn't go. In the group chat that you started today, maybe some suggestions on like subtle ways to bring up the opportunity without being super direct, or if anybody's got ideas for it, because that's where I struggle. It's like, okay, I haven't talked to you in a really long time. And I get, start with basic, hey, how are you? Saw you did this, saw you did that, your kid this, your kid that. I'm good with that. But as far as like approaching it, I guess if we had some ideas thrown around on what everybody might be doing or saying, because I'm stuck.
I get that, and I know it's sometimes it's easier to talk about it, and then when you get to it, like you kind of choke.
Yeah.
I think so. First of all, I think that inviting them to the opportunity call, it's going to be public on our wall. We're going to be talking publicly, so it's so easy to be like, hey, you know what, girl? I have thought about you, and I just think that you would be really, really great at this. My sponsor is going to be hosting an opportunity call on Zoom. It's going to be super short and sweet. Would you like an invite? But anyways, you could say like, yeah. Like, and if you've already built a relationship, it's okay that it's out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Especially with something like that. If you feel like you have not found a way to sneak in there to say it, like these opportunity calls, or when we do events like that, it's really awesome because then you have a reason to ask them.
True.
Just like throwing them in a group so they really appreciate being asked.
Right.
Another thing that I learned too was to say, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And that's it. And if they say, no, I haven't, because I don't have time, you could say, oh, girl, I understand. I'm so busy too. If the feel found, like, I'm so busy too. Like, I also, like, don't have heart, whatever. Like, I'm just happy that 99% of my job is on my phone or something like that. Like I felt that way, or I know somebody that's felt that way, and I have found that I can do it anyways, even though I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So just being really, just really short and sweet. Like, have you ever considered this? Because I think you'd be great.
Yeah, and and that's my thing is I've got a list in my head every day of 10 people I'd love to contact. Girls that, have beauty salons. I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, you're doing 20 people's hair, whatever a day. And it's like, you wear it, you got something just sitting on the counter there. What an easy sale and discussion while you're getting your hair cut or colored, Exactly. So, I have all these people in mind, but just the approach to it, I just get stuck. And then I get cold feet.
Well, and you could say things like, I think about you, and you really do come to mind. Like, I don't think that cold contact. Okay, so when I first, let me talk, because I know like Amy, we've been around since those cold contacting times where they told us the 3 C's. I was told to go through your entire list and message every girl on your list and say the 3 C's, like, what is it? If you remember, confidence, crazy confidence. I can't remember. But anyways, you're supposed to be like, hey, Amy, this is so crazy. I know this sounds crazy, but have you ever thought about selling a Unique? Because you are so beautiful, and I just know that you would be great at it. What do you think? Like, it was like something like you would say that. But like I was told to tell everybody. So even when I was feeling really icky about it, I was like, I would do it and send it. It didn't work, obviously. I mean, I shouldn't say obviously. It didn't work. It was awful, and it felt gross every single time because it felt genuine. Because I knew that I was only doing it because I had to message every single girl on my friends list. And but like, if you do something like that, I mean, it's not a bad idea. If you really think, hey, Jenny, you are so good at, like, you are so pretty, and you work at a salon. I just think that you would have such an customer base, like, and you have such a great following. Like, Lacey, you had somebody recently that you kind of messaged that same thing. Like, girl, you were like, you would be so good at this. Like, people follow you, they would love you. Like, it's that idea because you're beat. But she would like. I hope you don't mind me calling you out, Lacey, but you had sent that. You were so genuine about that, so then it makes sense for you to say that. You know what I mean? Like, were you trying to pop on, Lacey?
Wait.
Were you trying to pop on? I unmuted you. It seemed like you were trying to talk. Were you not?
I was, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Took me off mute. But yeah, no, it's somebody that's like pretty much done pageants. She knows tons of people in the pageant world, like super pretty girl, but genuine, cool personality. And I'm actually like, I kind of stalked her about it because I'm like, you have no clue how amazing you'll do. And she's pretty much like, okay, I'm game. So
That's awesome.
But
see, you had so much confidence with like that opportunity for her. So like what you were saying, she said no, right? Or she didn't really accept it.
At first she wasn't sure. Yeah.
But she kept going. And like, that's basically what Emily did with me too. Like she kind of stalked me about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't really that into it at first because I had tried direct sales and I sucked at it. But she was like on me about it. And I finally was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So like, I think it's all about our belief system. I mean, that's a huge part of it. And if you believe you're offering them something amazing, then it won't be as scary and they'll feel that energy from you. You know?
Yeah.
So I think some of it's just biting the bullet and doing it.
Yeah, I need to quit being a chicken.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. You're not the only one, obviously. I mean, were you saying something, Ange?
I said I'm right there too. I'm a chicken. I've had no's, but I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, like you just gotta do it. Like if you for personal development is pretty awesome. Like you should spend about, if you can, I'm not really that great at it, so it's a bad way to say this, but like sometimes I'm like really gung ho about personal development and sometimes I'm always kind of in the pulling away stage, so I gotta get back into it. But there's a book called Go for No. It is awesome. If you can have an opportunity to read that or listen to that, it's good because it's talking about accepting a no and actually going for it. Like this whole, I mean, it's a lot bigger. So what this whole concept is, how many no's can I get today instead of how many yeses? So then like asking everybody because he's trying to get all of these no's. You know what I mean? Because somewhere in those no's, you're going to get a yes. So it's all about mindset. If you can turn it around, your outcomes will change, you know?
What was the name of that, Casey?
Go for No. I believe it's in the files tab, and the author should be in there.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe I can look here. I should re-listen to it because it was really good.
I just knew if I didn't write it down right now, I would totally space going to look later. So
that's fine. Andrea Waltz and Richard Benton are the authors.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So it'll kind of help with that process of kind of reaching out. And again, like if you can look at that 90-day challenge, even if you have to, I was talking to somebody about, you know, who's just kind of dipping her feet into the business opportunity and wasn't really excited about doing all of the things on the task list. If you need to break it down a little bit, you know, it's yours, but it's just giving yourself those tasks every day because like I said, you're gonna, like if you're anything like me, you're gonna put the opportunity messages and the party messages at the very end and then you never get to it. So just giving yourself that like I need to do this because you will never grow your business if you can't build your team, and it's got to be wide. So it doesn't even matter how deep it is if you can't have it wide because you need all of these green level, you know, green status people to like get you up there. So wide and deep is important. And I think it's recruiting is like the scariest thing and the one thing that people feel like they need the most coaching on.
Definitely.
Excited about these opportunity calls. I think that they're going to be really good for all of us, me and myself included, because it's so much easier to invite people to a call. So yeah. Anybody else have any questions or comments or thoughts?
He called out. So that is next.
All right. Well, then I'm going to stop the recording.
Sorry, I want to.